And as just a very brief introduction of those who don't know me, I'm a rabbi, but not like any you've ever met, okay? So I spend more time at the Shambhala Tibetan Buddhist Center now than I do at my own synagogue up in Dahlonega. And so I believe, I'm a non-dualist, right? I think everything is God. And I'm a panentheist, that's my theology, which means from a Kabbalistic point, they know this is, there's the word Ein Sof, which means infinite without knowing. That's at higher realms that we have no access to, ineffable. But that has manifested into the physical universe, and we are all the physical manifestation of God. So I'm God manifesting as Mitch. This is God manifesting as Bonnie. That's God manifesting as Michael. And where is she? There she is. God manifesting as Sydney and Melanie and everybody. And that's, it just works so much better in my own spiritual development. So that's the big setup, because the last word, Yeshua, actually comes from the Hebrew word Yeshua, which the literal translation means salvation, right? And yet the English we use was strength, right? The strength of God. So I like to put those two together, because if I'm going to take the risk of being a non-dualist, that means I can no longer blame God for the bad things that happen in the world,
yes.
Right? And I also can't necessarily thank God because my house was spared during the hurricane and theirs wasn't, which to me drives me crazy when I hear people do that. So God gets off the hook, but the salvation, the strength, is in all of us, and it's a resilience that we all have. And it's amazing. In fact, I'm speaking at High Holidays next Friday, and my sermon is going to be on the manifestation of God through loving acts of kindness that I've witnessed over the last couple of months. And it started, with an event that I saw in a Publix, where somebody went up to an obvious refugee and said, "I just want you to know that I'm so thankful that you're here. You are what makes this country great." And I watched this, it's going to make me emotional. I watched the face of the Syrian father who couldn't speak English, and the daughter translated. And at first, he was taken aback, when this American comes up. And then when he said with a smile to him, "I'm so glad you're here, you're what makes America," the smile on this man's face. And so the gift that this person gave to this refugee family, just started the wheel. Because I was going to speak on this, I said, nah, that's in the trash. Now I'm going this way. So now the prayer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, my translation. Blessed are you, God, divine presence, manifesting in everything and everywhere. Thank you for this day, full of learning, healing, and growth. May we all be aware of how wonderful everything is. May we be alive to love and beauty. And may we all be aware that every step we take is on holy ground.